You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hello, citizens of the Swingdom. And if you're wondering why we look like we're on terrible green screen, it's because we are. Coming to you this week from TPC Louisiana, I am your host, Ben.
Yep.
My handicap has gone down 4 points, and now it's gone back up 3 points. So in the matter of a week, my handicap has changed by 7 strokes.
Well, that's because you're awful.
I went from a 12 to an 8, and now I'm at a 14.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all.
At least you once were an 8.
Yes, I made it to single digits for all of 4 hours until I called England Golf and said, your software is doing something really, really funny. But welcome, citizens. I am here. I'm on the 13th hole here at TPC Louisiana. And Gunner's coming to you from
like that every time.
What?
Are you gonna say it like that every time?
You gotta say it like you're from there.
I'm just curious.
How do you say it?
Louisiana.
No, it's Louisiana.
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 All
How
right.
do you say Ginia?
Virginia.
No. Ginia.
Yeah, but I'm not from here. So.
How do you say West Virginia?
Turnaround.
Okay. we're like, how do you say Carolina?
Carolina.
Yeah. But how do you say?
It's a little close.
How do you say Carolina?
Anyways, you're at the 13th.
How you
Is
say?
that where you're at?
How you say Sippy? I'm from good old Mississippi.
I'm coming to you live.
Mississippi.
We're gonna have to restart this whole show.
No, I'm not doing it. So we're coming to you from TPC Louisiana, and I'm on the 13th. Gunner is on the 18th. I'm here with Gunner, my best golfing buddy.
Cheers.
That's it.
Hello.
Cheers. All right. Here. Welcome to the show. We're going to be going over the news for this week, which is sort of interesting because it's like, how much money does the PGA Tour have? That's going to be the focus of the news.
This is the focus of the news because I was dumbfounded by this.
Yes, I was absolutely dumbfounded by this.
Yeah.
We're going to go into our picks from the Rbc Heritage, the plaid jacket winner, Stuart Sink, in his 3rd jackets.
Yes.
3rd. Matt Kuchar looks old.
He does.
He looks old.
He looks older than Stuart Sink.
It's like for every dollar he did not pay that caddy in Mexico,
he is
took a day off of his life.
Yeah.
Lost like 10,000 days.
Yeah. That poor guy. It's not good.
And then we're going to get into the Zurich Classic, which they start here tomorrow where we are.
Yes. Not on these particular holes, but some holes before. Yes.
I just like watching my fingers disappear.
Mine aren't doing that.
My microphone that's because you got a proper green screen. I'm just using the Zoom thing.
I am using a proper green screen.
So
we have upped the production quality of this podcast 1,000% since our last show.
It's going up.
And it took a year and 2 weeks.
It's always going up the
figure
production
out
value.
that we could increase production value.
Maybe I'll spend 30 pounds on a green screen so that I can see all of my hand.
All of it.
I don't know why I keep pointing at okay. Let's get into the show. It has been a wonderful, wonderful week of golf. The Rbc Heritage happened, the Royal Bank of Canada.
Yes.
The Royal Bank of Canada.
Not in Canada. Used to be the Canadian Open.
Prince Philip passed away. His funeral happened.
It did.
I played a lovely round of golf, and we stopped on the 4th hole for a minute of silence.
Why the 4th hole? I'm curious. How did that go?
It was 3 o'clock. So at 3 o'clock, the entire nation had a moment of silence.
Oh.
And so we started playing at 2:10. So we got to the 4th hole and there was an air horn blast.
To go 3.
Yeah. And so we just sort of stood on the 4th green for a minute. And then they blew it again like 45 seconds later. And we weren't sure if that meant the moment of silence was over or if they just blew it in the wrong direction and then thought, oh no, we better tell the rest of the golf course. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, cause I like looked at my watch. I was like, oh, it's like 3, cause not everybody's watches are the same. So I was like, oh, okay, like 3 o'clock, like we've got a minute. And then like 47 seconds went by and it blasted again. And I was like, do we start again?
Maybe they calculated. Maybe they calculated the length of time it takes.
I was playing with Lawrence and me and Lawrence looked at each other and we were like, is that the start of another minute? or is this the end of 45 seconds? What's happening?
Right. Well, at least they alerted you.
Yes. No, it was good. I felt good about stopping and having moments of silence for that. But let's get into the big news this week before we get into scores and all of that stuff. This is the 2 biggest bits of news that come out this week are really, really big. They sort of are blowing my mind already. I'm going to go with the smaller of the 2 just because I want to see Gunner's reaction. The PGA announces that they're going to end COVID testing in July for players, caddies, and everybody around the course.
I have a couple things to say.
Did you know that? Because I saw that start. It was one of those things like on the PGA website. It was like one of those things that like they obviously it was new because I check it all the time. But it was after like Hideki wins the Masters. So they obviously like slotted it in like a week later. And I was just like, you can't get away with this. Like this is big news. You're going to stop COVID testing for the entire tour come July, come the US Open, the USGA Championship, or I guess it'll be the Open Championship at St. George's. So once they get back from England, which is even safer, let's travel internationally and then stop all the testing. That's a great idea. Good job, guys.
That says they have no faith in England.
I don't know what it is.
I did not know this. No, I did not know. I'm a little shocked. What I would say is, okay, I have a couple of things to say. One, maybe they have 85-90% vaccination rate on tour.
No, because I imagine like 20% refuse to get vaccines and the other like 50% are too young to need vaccines.
No. It's 16 and up in most states.
Oh, is it? Because in the UK, it's like it's still 40 and up.
No. We just 3 days ago opened to 16 and up.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. So it's like
how like high schoolers can go get it. Yeah.
Are the vaccinations in the US are the numbers in the UK are drastically dropping, which makes sense. But are the vaccinations making that big of a difference in the US? And how many people are just flat out refusing to get it?
A lot are flat out refusing to get it, and I don't know the answer to the first question.
Okay.
I just don't. My second thing I have to say is, and I'm starting to feel like this happens in American football. There's so much criticism from the people who cover American football. All right. People who cover the NFL, there's so much criticism towards the NFL that you're not really sure why they're reporting on it.
Yeah.
You know,
Are we falling into that camp now?
No. I am. Well, I had to say that to lead into the PGA Tour is full of a bunch of idiots to stop testing their players on a weekly basis. You have people flying across the country. You let them play on the Corn Ferry Tour. You let them play on the European Tour. You let them go to Saudi Arabia. You let them go to Australia. You let them go to England. You let them go to Mexico. And they're from different states. And then you take all these, what could possibly be variants, and then you whip them around the continental U.S. and say, oh, I don't know what's going on.
So I agree with you.
So we don't have to say whether or not we're causing a problem.
I agree with you. And mostly because you've gone now from saying like, we're going to try to catch it early to make sure it doesn't spread here.
So we don't care.
Now you've gone on to say, we don't care.
Yeah.
Because there's no point. Like if me and you were on the PGA Tour, or
Mhm.
and I was like, look, like I want to voluntarily get
yes.
tested. Can the
Mhm.
PGA Tour at least provide the test for me, or do I have to go out and find a test at each new venue every time I want to play? And like that's what that wasn't very clear. Is like, if you want to be tested, will the PGA Tour still test you? Look, I think it's time for the players as independent contractors to step up. I felt like a few of them stepped up and said, no, this is wrong. If I don't want to be tested, I shouldn't be tested. This is my livelihood. I think
It's not a vaccine.
What?
It's not a vaccine. You can't go to work if you might have strep throat. So you want your job, or do you want to get the cotton ball swab in your throat? Which one?
I don't, and that's sort of what I'm confused
Do
about.
you want an income, or do you
is
want to? It's not my right. Or it's my right not to do what I don't want to do. You know,
like what happens if there's like a big dinner and like 40 guys all get COVID at the same time?
Tiger Woods is the only one safe because he's the only one who wasn't at the Masters dinner.
He still thinks he's in California or Florida or somewhere.
Possibly. Hopefully they've taken his keys. That's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
Another bit of small news is the US Open will be open to all fans.
Yes.
I think there's a vaccination requirement.
So you have to be vaccinated or have to have had a positive COVID test within, I think, 7 days.
A negative
or a negative COVID test.
Yeah.
You had to have a positive news from a COVID test
to pass the test.
You have to do okay on the test.
All right, and then let's get into the big news.
Which means US Open, here I come. Because I'm vaccinated.
I'm not. I can't be vaccinated for
not by choice. Not by choice, though. You're not vaccinated by choice. You didn't choose not to be vaccinated.
Oh, I thought you said you were vaccinated, not by choice.
Not by choice.
Wait, did you not want to be vaccinated?
No, I did. I was vaccinated.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I would like to be vaccinated.
I just sometimes I catch you off guard and I really want to continue and I forget we're recording something. So
no, that's fine. I got it. I'm with you. I thought it just in the succession of which we said it made it sound funny. So I was a bit unsure. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Are you absolutely balls to the walls, bleeping ready for this?
Let me ask you something before you start. I just want to lay the groundwork here.
Are we talking about the same thing?
Yes.
This is the player impact report.
So I want you to tell. So I don't want you to reveal anything. My pockets aren't very deep, and your pockets aren't very deep. The PGA Tour's pockets are apparently so deep. Okay, how deep are they? You could fit the has-been planet Pluto down one.
You can fit all of Louisiana.
You could fit the entire population of Louisiana.
They could probably, like, the entire population of Louisiana would be like, they would no longer need government help.
Yes. So go ahead.
Okay, so this is now known as the player impact. Do you know what I forgot exactly? I wrote it down somewhere.
It's called the Player Impact Program.
The Player Impact Program. Sorry, I forgot to write. I wrote Player Impact, but I did not write program. This is something that is. This is the most obnoxious thing a professional capitalistic environment of professionals who claim to be doing things in a non-profit sort of way. Because right, the PGA claims to be a non-profit.
Mm-hmm.
So they've managed to come up with an extra $40 million for
said, who's the most popular player on the PGA Tour? Find out at the end who has a huge bonus.
And this is a social media popularity contest. So what they've done, and I pulled up the website because it was so so bizarre. And I think I've deleted it. I've exited it out because I think it's one of these things again that it's not on the PGA Tour website. It is on the Golf Channel website.
Yes, the Golf Channel showed it. Where did I get it? I got it off of Golf Digest.
Did you?
Yeah.
So
First-
yeah, so
first
because
by
I looked it
Golf
up and it
League.
was sort of like Xander Schauffele. So the article was Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantley, who are partnered at the Zurich Classic.
Mhm.
And they're like, we don't have social media. We don't really know what this is about. So the way it works is, according to the report, an individual's value will be based not just on course performance, but rather an impact score, which will be determined using 5 metrics: a player's popularity in Google search, which is like how many
What?
times their name comes up in Google.
If you type in the Swingdom in Google, just for the record, we're up. We're first. We're number
Yeah, you
one.
ready? A player's Nielsen brand exposure rating.
Ours is 0, I
Well,
believe.
this is the other thing.
Could
Like, I
be-
didn't think Nielsen was relevant anymore because there's so much online media.
Right.
Nielsen is like how many households are watching a channel.
Sure.
So this is like how many people are watching CBS because Phil and Tiger are playing versus Dustin and Brooks. So that's what it is. A player's Q rating, which just says in parentheses appeal. I don't know if that's sex appeal, if that's like looking up to, like Ricky Fowler, I imagine had like the second highest Q rating to Tiger.
It can't stand for quality if Ricky Fowler's at the top. Because
Exactly. That's what I mean. The fourth one is a player's MVP index rating, which is their engagement on social and digital channels. So that's like right now, like Max Homa is winning that.
Yeah. Oh, he'd win every year. What are they doing?
Yeah. And the fifth one is a player's meltwater mentions, which is the frequency he generates coverage across media platforms. So which is like, if there's news on Twitter, does that translate to Facebook, Instagram, Google, all this other stuff? And so they're going to take the top 10 players in this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a $40 million pool. The first place winner gets $8 million. This is just an excuse to give Tiger Woods more money, because in 2019, the top 10 players were Tiger Woods, Rory, Brooks, Phil, Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth, Dustin Johnson, Justin Thomas, Justin Rose, and Adam Scott, all of which, other than Tiger Woods, who won the Masters, did nothing.
It's a clown show, bro.
Because Gary Woodland and Shane Lowry didn't crack the top 10. Bryson DeChambeau and John Rahm didn't crack the top 10. And these guys have had majors.
It's ridiculous.
So this is like, why don't you just make the FedEx Cup championship worth $50 million?
Wait. I just had a fantastic thought.
Yeah.
And I fixed my light. So now you can't see my shadow up here.
Yeah.
What if you're telling me Bryson DeChambeau doesn't have very many points?
Well, he didn't in 2019.
Okay.
Because he didn't start bulking up until 2020.
Bryson DeChambeau's gotten less popular because of his change. Okay.
You think so?
What?
I think he's gotten more popular in terms of social media.
I don't know. I would say overall less popular. So here's my thought.
Yeah, but he moves the needle.
Not in a positive way. The impact is, he might generate discussion on social media, but
and that's what they're talking about. It's like dollars or dollars or dollars. Ad revenue is ad revenue is ad revenue.
It almost sounds to me like this is another stab at Bryson DeChambeau. Saying,
yes,
here's $40 million you're never gonna get.
But like, okay, you want to know how I really feel about this?
Yes.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
This is stupid. So in the article, it says that this is a direct retaliation to the PGL, the Premier Golf League, which 2 years ago tried to take the top 40 players in golf, have 20 tournaments, and basically like say these are $20 million purses for each tournament. At which point Rory McIlroy came out and said, I don't like where the money's coming from, which is, I can't disagree with. It was a lot of Middle Eastern money.
Right.
Which not all, like, I'm not saying all of it's bad.
It was Middle Eastern money that has a history of being funneled into not great things.
Yes. The other side of it was he was like, I may not be able to, I won't be able to compete in majors. Like, I won't be eligible for the PGA Tour because I won't have enough points there. And I won't be eligible for the European Tour. I won't have enough points there.
And I can't like kill myself trying to maintain those points.
Yeah, I mean, the real thought is like, well, if the PGL only lasts 1 year and the money's not there, am I going to get back into the PGA? Or am I going to get banned for life for jumping ship?
They're not going to ban Rory McIlroy.
You never know.
They'd ban Bryson.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if some of these guys went to the PGL.
I like that he turned it down and then became like head of the Players Union.
Yeah, whatever. Rory, good job. But yeah, so this is basically what they say is this is sort of like to appease those players. They've now put another $40 million into tour life, which is, it is what it is. You know what they should do? Take 25 million of that or 20 million of that and increase the purse on every LPGA event by $500,000.
Yes.
Praise be. Number one, right? Like, you've got $40 million sitting around and you're thinking, let's split this up 10 ways and give more to Tiger Woods and Dustin Johnson.
Here's what happened. Megan Rapinoe of the U.S. women's national soccer team came out and got in this big fight and is really leading the charge for pay equality in women's sports. And the LPGA has gotten behind it. And Michelle Wee West has come out and done her part. That hoodie is sick.
That's what I'm saying. This is a week later.
I'm gonna get that hoodie.
This is a week later. They put out the hoodie, and a week later they said, no, the PGA is going to get an extra $40 million. And not only are we going to spread it equally, we're just going to give it to our favorites on Instagram.
This is what I'm saying. And rightfully so, there's this massive rush to equalize pay for equal work.
Yes.
And in sports, and the PGA Tour said, I've got a better idea. What if we did a golf version of Mean Girls? And
1,000%. 1,000. To me, it's a
popularity contest.
It's like we need more PGA influencers, which you don't need because
the entire golf community basically bashes Paige Spiranek for being a social media influencer.
Yeah.
Because she's a lady.
Yes.
Because she does what she does.
I don't understand what she does. And I don't always respect what she does.
But she does what she does.
But she does what she does, and it works.
Yeah, but are you going to go out there and say, oh, shame on you. Here.
I don't ever say shame on you. What I say is,
guy fighting with lightsabers. This is $1 million.
We have 2,200 followers on Instagram. We follow 4,000 people on Instagram. We follow double what we do. And like me and you have this conversation probably once a month, which is like, it's not like what are these girls doing in the game of golf? Because I appreciate people trying to tell their story of them up and coming and trying to make it back or their learning process. What I don't understand is like, and what I mean when I say I don't respect the Paige Spiraneks of the world, I don't respect like the golf ninja or whatever her name is. Like what I mean by that is like, I don't respect the process. And I'm saying that very specifically because what does it have to do with golf?
So yeah, there's a
They're
big
selling
distinction to
themselves
make.
as influencers. It's like every time I see them, it's an ad.
Now, in all fairness, Paige Spiranek was a very good
We talked about this on one of the
amateur
first
player.
we did like the whole thing. She played at Arizona State University.
She is
she
damn
made it to like the
talented.
Symetra Tour. She is a scratch golfer. She may
Yeah.
I don't know if she is anymore,
I think she is.
but that sort of goes out the window to me when you practice putting in your cleavage.
Yeah, but
And I get that it's funny. I get that it's funny. I do. And I
The
get that
point
that's
to
like
make-
she's trying to do something, and I'm not shaming her for her style or technique. I am not shaming her at all. I think she's a wonderful person. I like the way she does it.
what you're saying, I think it's very important to clear up, is that we don't have a problem. And I really don't. I don't care either way. And I understand that
I have a problem more with the
you have a-
platform.
you have a problem with the process and the platform, and how we're using golf to
It's like Cameron loves golf. He's
Yeah.
like a 7-year-old boy that loves doing trick shots.
yeah.
And I'm like, why is Paige Spiranek in a bikini nowhere near a golf course?
We don't have a problem with the
In
product.
same
It's-
3 seconds that I'm watching a 7-year-old boy practices putting.
Cameron loves golf as a sweet kid.
And I'm just like, and I love it. And I'm like, I don't like, I'm mad at the platform.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that it was sort of like,
By the way, Cameron loves golf. Thank you for your support of the Swingdom.
thank
We
you. Yeah, thank
appreciate
you
you.
very much. Paige Spiranek, we can only ask so much of your support for the Swingdom. And if you feel like coming on the show and explaining to us what you're doing, because
Yeah.
to me,
We don't get it.
Instagram and Facebook and even YouTube and Twitter, like, to me, like, social media is designed to help people you don't have the best contact with, like, stay involved in your life and follow you and your journey.
Yeah.
Like, when I watch Cameron like loves golf, I'm like, cool. Like, I hope this 6-year-old like makes the varsity team his freshman year, or gets like pulled up as an 8th grader, like makes it to a D1 school, and I see him out there on the Corn Ferry Tour. Like,
Yeah.
I want that journey.
a
When I'm
sweet
watching
kid.
Paige Spiranek, I'm like, what is she selling me now? And how does she still not have a bra?
Yeah. I don't, and it's not the product. It's not
It's just the mentality of like, literally, it's like,
Yeah.
do I want to watch somebody who's created a visual journey for me, or do I want to be sold a product? And I feel like with Paige Spiranek, I'm always being sold a product.
right. Exactly.
I don't understand her journey. It's like, aren't you jealous? I'm at the stadium course on hole 16. Don't you want like a can of this? And I'm
Right.
like, well,
I'm at TPC Louisiana at hole 18, by the way.
because the thing is like like the PGA players, like Gary Woodland 3 years ago, took out his friend with learning disabilities.
She has Down syndrome, but yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to leave that. I'm trying to be only angry about one thing and not like insult everybody all at once.
Somebody with Down, that's the name of the syndrome, is Down syndrome.
That's not offensive.
Saying what no, it's like you don't have to bubble everybody with disabilities into somebody with disabilities or somebody with learning disabilities
But she also has learning disabilities.
because she has Down syndrome.
So I was right.
No. She has, it's okay to say, I'm saying it's okay to say
Okay.
they
okay.
have Down syndrome.
You know, you are the
I actually do this, yes.
yes, I was gonna say, in terms of the swingdom, you are the wokeness liaison.
I'm also this is my field of work.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay, so Gary
Yes.
Woodland takes out a 12, 13-year-old girl with Down syndrome onto the par
Yes.
3. And like, that's a journey. Like, they took me on a journey, and
yeah,
I
and
enjoyed.
then he calls her. They do that bit where he calls her every year,
Yeah.
and she roots for him on TV.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. She's like, I thought you'd be better. To Gary Woodland, who's got a USGA championship, and you're just sort of like that's a journey. Like, when I watch a video of Paige Spiranek online, I like, my first thought isn't like, is she still trying to go pro?
That's what I would like to see because I think she could, and that would be a much better watch. Would it get as many hits?
Is she going for
Maybe
like
not.
the women's long drive?
Oh, that would be sweet.
Is she like, does she want to be does she want to be a PGA pro? Does she want to go back and teach at school? Like, is she looking for a boyfriend? Not that I want to be me, but like, I'm just sort of like, it's like, we tune into golf because we want the journey. We want to see the ups and downs of our favorite professional players.
Yeah, and we often do this where we match our journey to their journey.
Yeah.
And say, oh, it can be done.
Yes. Okay. So we've gotten really. So the first thing I want to see is them take $25 million and give it to the LPGA.
Screw the PGA Tour for this. This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
This is
the second thing I want to see them do with this $40 million. I want to see them take, $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
And give that to the first tee.
Yes.
In urban areas.
Yes.
And then I want them to take $5 million, and if they're so inclined, tack it onto the FedEx Cup, that's sort of fourth. What I really like to see is them take an extra $5 million and give an extra like $500,000 to all of the chicken championships.
Yes, and that way we can get bigger names in there,
Yeah.
And then you're not like, oh, I don't know why Dustin Johnson doesn't.
I think the thing is, if your richest tournament is $11 million, your cheapest tournament shouldn't be $3 million. It should be $7 million.
Yeah, 100%.
So like
100%.
fix that. So that's my thing. This is ridiculous. This is literally like, how do we turn golfers into influencers and pay them for it?
It's ridiculous.
I don't think it's like, the thing is, I don't think it's going to change. I think this is an extra $8 million in Tiger Woods' pocket every year.
I want this hoodie so bad. I was trying to find the thing.
And that's it. So yeah. So you want to talk about the RBC Heritage?
Yeah, let's talk about.
Should we do the other tournaments first? Lydia Ko wins the Latte down in Hawaii.
Yo,
16th win.
What a showing! And Lydia Ko, I noticed this while I was watching. I was way more invested in this. We need to cover more women's.
Yeah,
we're such a proponent for women's golf, and we need
to show up.
There's a dissociation here with us because, and I'm sure, some people who listen are like, well, you never talk about it. And it's true. We don't talk about it. We should just do we should cover, women's golf better than we do.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I don't
what?
understand.
In the new year of the Swingdom, I promise to do that.
I don't really understand women's golf. I absolutely love it. I don't know the players as well. And I think I hide from that. So I talk about Michelle Wee,
who doesn't play anymore.
But she was a staple figure.
No, this was really cool. This was like
golf. But Lydia Ko. So I'm watching Lydia Ko, and I realized how grown up she was. I realized she looks completely different from when she came onto tour. And she's super cool. I absolutely loved watching her play when she was younger. And she's
not 16 anymore, is she?
No, she's not. She's, she was this dynamite powerhouse teenager who came on tour and like blew everybody's minds. And she came out and she's had a rough patch and she's, done her, I'm going to live my life type of deal. And I would have bowed my head and said, it was really cool. Thanks for coming. But to see her win in that fashion at the Lotte Championship, oh my goodness, she was on fire and nobody could stop her.
No,
there was no turning back.
No, it was really cool because this is what I mean. Like I look up, I'm looking up the LPGA right now, and it's like people ask, like the most popular questions that people ask is like, is Paula Creamer still playing golf? Yeah, no, a little bit here and there. What is Brooke Henderson's salary? Who is the most famous female golfer? And is Paige Spiranak on the LPGA? Those are the four most popular questions.
Which is a clown show that Paige Spiranak shows up in an LPGA Google search.
When you do the same for the PGA, it's who is the richest caddy in golf? What does PGA stand for? Do any PGA golfers smoke? And how much does it cost to play on the PGA Tour?
A lot.
Well, it's only $100 a tournament.
Yeah, but you got to pay your own travel. So it costs quite a bit.
Not if you've got NetJets on your sleeve.
Yeah, but not everybody has NetJets on their
That's
sleeve.
what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying like the top.
Last time I
the
checked,
top,
Jordan Spieth really only gets a free phone. Like that's it.
They're like, which one do you want? Oh, I'll have the new iPhone 10. No, you're gonna have a 7. All right. Do I get a discount on minutes? Nope. No, you don't. But so you've got Lydia Ko, Sooyoung Kim, Nelly Korda tied second, Inbee Park tied second. Like, and
Inbee Park is still a player.
Lydia Ko went 28 under to win by 7.
She's stupid good.
She's so good.
And we all, we were all drooling over Dustin Johnson getting a 30, and Lydia Ko seemed effortless.
Yeah.
To get to 28.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I guess she's changed from David Ledbetter to Sean Foley.
Yes.
So that's good. That's good news. I don't really like David not that I don't like David Ledbetter, but he's an infomercial golf teacher.
Yeah.
That sort of scares me sometimes.
I would assume he was a golf teacher before he was an infomercial golf teacher.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you become sort of like Golf Digest Teacher of the Year. Like all the commercial stuff opens up to you. It's really weird. Because the same thing happened with your boy, Michael Breed.
I know.
Yeah.
Although I really like Michael Breed. He's
he's a nice guy. And he sort of moved away from that.
Having gotten to actually meaningfully interact with him.
Yeah.
He seems like the guy I wish he was. If you watch him on TV, like he's the guy.
Cool.
He's the guy I think he is when he's.
He is who he says he is. Who they are who they think we are.
So, no, very exciting. So the RBC Heritage.
Let's go with Stricker. Steve Stricker wins the Chubbs.
Oh yes.
So that's pretty cool.
Chubb Classic.
Yep.
He's another player. I mean, being the Ryder Cup captain.
Yeah.
And going out there and saying, well, I'm not really worried about these guys. I'm going to go win my own tournament. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're going to play the Ryder Cup. Oh, who's our captain? Oh, you remember that guy that won 2 weeks ago? That's him.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, he gets in that locker room and it's not all talk. It's, hey, you guys can win. I just did it. So,
yeah,
I really like that.
Yeah, me too. That's really cool.
I see you're reading.
I am, yeah. I've got to stop reading. I was trying to catch up on the LPGA, but I've got to cut that out now. So let's get on to the RBC Heritage.
Yeah, I mean,
I talked with you a little bit about this beforehand. Stuart Sink, let's just go. Let's just do this. This is going to be quick, and I apologize for this being quick. We don't love this tournament. It's on a short course. It's designed for short players. I should have known that Morikawa was going to do better than I thought he was going to do, because this is his type of long iron into greens course. 7,100 yards, par 71. Stuart Sink wins it for the third time. He goes 63-63 on Thursday and Friday. The only person to do better than him was the Australian Cameron Smith on Friday. He shoots his personal best, and I think it was a course record, 62.
I think it ties the course record.
But Stuart Sink goes 63-63. That is 16 under through 2 days.
Stuart Sink's 47 years old.
He was out driving Xander Schauffele. He was out driving Morikawa. He was out driving.
He's got his son on the bag.
Players. His son Reagan was on the bag. Yeah.
He's tearing it up.
This is his third plaid jacket. So he knows the course.
Yes.
Horses for courses for sure.
Yeah, he knows. I would say he probably, because it wasn't supposed, it was moved here. It was moved to that course, I believe. It wasn't supposed to be played there.
No, this one's always played there.
Is it?
Yeah, there's the RBC Canadian Open, which they're not going to because of
Okay.
COVID.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. This is his third. He's now back
RBC,
to
get your hands off all these golf tournaments.
Yeah, he's back in the top 50.
Wow.
OWGR. This is his second win since last summer.
I love it.
But like, he goes into the weekend with a 5-shot lead. Like, he's just hanging on.
Yeah.
Like, I think he ends up winning at like minus 18 or minus 19.
18.
Like,
yeah.
is it 18? He's still 4 shots ahead.
Uh-huh.
Like, and he birdies 17 and 18 to win by 4.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Like, just absurdness. The only thing more absurd than his win by 4 strokes is the tan line on his head.
Yeah, with the
It's just it's like a cue ball. It's like red, and then it's just like boop, blah, blah, like it's a beacon of light. Like he could be the lighthouse what I just forgot the name of the course for. At Heritage.
Yes. The hole in the back of his head in the back of his hat has a tan though.
Yes.
I love it.
So scary. So scary. You want to go through the scores for RBC Heritage?
Absolutely. So I took Webb Simpson, Dustin Johnson, and Patrick Cantlay. Webb Simpson T9.
I thought he was going to miss the cut.
I thought he was too.
First
and he
27 holes, I thought he was going to miss the cut.
He was no good. He was no good. Great weekend though. Yeah. Great weekend. DJ came in at T13 and Patrick Cantlay got cut.
Yeah.
I had Denny McCarthy going top 10. He finished T13, but Denny McCarthy, man, he's not going anywhere. I really like him. And my prop bet was that it went into a playoff. Ben had Daniel Berger, Brian Harmon, and Will Zalatoris. Berger and Harmon both went T13, had a lot of T13s. And Will Zalatoris had a tough Sunday and finished T42.
Yeah.
You had Ian Poulter going T20. No, tied for 48th.
And but you made the cut.
Yep. You had Jim Furyk making the cut, and he did not. I believe by 2 strokes. Our bonus bet was that there would be an ace, and I took the no and lost. There was a hole in one. Ben, you won by 200 points.
Because of my prop and because of the no playoff and the ace.
Yeah, the no playoff and the ace, and I lost a player. So our grand total for the end of the RBC Heritage, I'm at 33,722, and Ben, you're at 33,825. So you have still a narrow lead over me, but I'm gonna get you this. I'm gonna get you this week. I
think my shirt matches too well with the wall.
I think so. We keep trading off wins here.
Yeah. Did you see Stuart Sink winning it?
Not even a bit.
Did you see Emiliano Grillo being in contention?
Not even a chance.
So no. If you had those, congratulations to you. But no.
And sell us your secrets.
Sell us your algorithms.
That's right. Just give it to us.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yep.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Well, if you can see our new backgrounds, but you can't hear us.
Hearing aids.
Check out Beltone Hearing Aid Centers of the Jersey Shore. Call Coach Joe. Use the code word golf. That is spelled GOLF, like your favorite sport, like the sport we talk about. Like the golf. G in PGA, who we debate whether or not are complete idiots for handing out another $40 million to all of the players on the PGA. Not only that, to 10 players.
No, hands down, they're stupid.
This isn't even it's not even I'm gonna sound super whiny right now. I'm gonna get my whiny voice on. Like it's not even a skill.
No.
Like Tiger Woods has a PR team.
Right.
Like Like, how much money do you have to spend on SEO to win to win this? I don't understand this. It doesn't make sense. All right. So if you can hear that whining, but you didn't want to, then turn your hearing aid down that you've got from Beltone Hearing Aid Centers of New Jersey. If you don't have one but want one, call 732-888-9000 or 732-493-0900. The code word is golf. Call Coach Joe. Get your hearing aids now.
Yeah.
More yelling. This is just gonna be us doing some yelling. Code word golf. Get some batteries and some hearing aids.
Do it.
Do it.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Wow, what a great read.
Yeah, it was a pretty good.
You know why I say it?
I was
So,
involved this time.
It's like a great way for like me to know that we're doing the show again. It's like, if I just say, wow, what a great read, even though I don't remember what we said, it's just like, oh, that's right. Yeah, no, we're doing the show again. So that was the RBC Heritage. I'm still winning. No surprises there, to me at least. What does it feel like, Gunnar?
It feels like I don't have as big of a deficit at this point in the year as I did last year.
No.
And which is true because I think I have it right here. What did you? Yeah, you beat me by over 3,000.
Is that a lot?
We didn't even make it to 20,000 points last year.
No, we only did half a season though, because we started in May.
And we only did prop bets.
Yeah, we started in April. Because remember, we're like, oh, we're missing them. Like we're a year and 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So are you ready to talk about the upcoming tournament?
And Mug Dad did a lot better. Obligatory Mug Dad reference.
Mug Dad music.
He did a lot better.
Yeah.
That one tournament that he picked had 2,300 points in it. He picked like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. But it was also on the European tour, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
All right. So we are going to be at the Zurich Invitational Championship tag team event.
Classic of New Orleans.
Yep. They're playing at the PGA Louisiana.
TPC Louisiana. Yes.
Did I say PGA?
Yep.
I meant TPC Louisiana. Sorry, I'm getting a bit tired. And yeah, this is a team event.
Yeah. So TPC Louisiana is par 72.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty lengthy though. 7,443 yards in Avondale, Louisiana. How do you say it?
Avondale, Louisiana.
All right. Your defending champions are Ryan Palmer and John Rahm. The defending champions,
Ryan Palmer, John Rahm.
2019, because we didn't have this event last year. Yeah, so this is a team event. It's groups of 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And they alternate how they play. So in round 1, it's a 4-ball event.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody plays their own ball.
Yeah.
Best score gets written down.
Mm-hmm.
Round 2, they play foursomes. Player A, let's say it's John Rahm and Ryan Palmer. John Rahm tees off on all the odd number holes. Ryan Palmer tees off on all the even numbered holes. And they play alternate shot after that. Then round 3 again is 4-ball. Round 4, the final round concludes with foursomes.
Cool.
A lot of interesting ways they have this done because it's groups of 2. 33 and tie, best 33 and ties make the cut.
Yep.
They play foursomes as a tiebreaker. Okay. And a lot of interesting stuff that comes out of this. Both players get a 2-year exemption. Both players get automatic entry into the Players next year and the PGA Championship. But they split the first and second FedEx Cup points. So first place gets 500 FedEx Cup points. Second place gets 3. So they add them together. They get 8, and both players get 400 FedEx Cup.
So this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, this isn't crazy interesting.
Right.
Like, I think there are ways to make this more interesting.
It's almost like a wannabe like cup, like a Ryder Cup or President's Cup.
They should just call it the Zurich Cup.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, because that's what they're trying to do. I get it. They're more like the number one way to make this more interesting to me, and this is going on my same theme that's been going on all night, is like PGA LPGA crossover.
Oh, absolutely. I also thought like this could be a great collegiate event. Okay.
Yeah.
This could be a cool event where it instead of being paired up in your school, you get paired up with a rival school. So an Alabama player and an Auburn player have to play with each other on the same team.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just have more fun with this than being on the
way
PGA
more fun
Tour.
than this, than just sort of have it be like PGA pick them out of the hat. Like, because the thing that sort of annoys me about it as well is like the teams are like, we've got the California boys, we've got the Europeans, we've got the Englishmen, we've got the Australians.
Right?
Like, can I say this? But it's like Tony Finau and Cameron Champ,
who have what are they? The
Team
Send
Send
It?
It?
Team Send It,
yeah,
which
is
they
an
botched that.
anagram. It's an anagram.
TSI.
Yeah, no, it's no, what's it called when the letters change? Like if you move the letters around?
An anagram.
It's an anagram for players of color.
Is it?
Well, it's Tony Finau and Cameron Champ.
Oh.
They're on the same team. Like the PGA Tour is not very.
Do they pick their own teams?
No. You think John Rahm would ever pick Ryan Palmer?
Yeah, they won last year.
No, I mean last year.
But I wonder if you don't care who you play with, then it's random.
I think it's random anyway.
Want a specific player.
I think it's PGA. And I don't mean to like throw the PGA under the bus like that. I was just sort of like, I was going through it and I was sort of like, oh, like Leishman and Smith, like Mark Leishman and Cameron Smith, like they're Australian. Schauffele and Cantley, they're both California boys. Willett and Hatton, they're both English. You've got Justin Rose and Henrik Stenson. They're both like European older lads. Like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt sort of like they took something that could have been a lot more free flowing and a lot more understandable. And they were like, well, old people aren't going to get it. So let's force these people into like square holes.
100%.
So like, it's sort of like, I know Harold Varner III is out there. But like when I saw that it was like that, they were sort of like the Australians, the Englishmen, the Europeans, the Californians, like, and then it was like Finau and Cameron Champ. It was just sort of like, it just felt like the people of color team. And that was just my first reaction. It could be wrong. Like it could be, it could be 100% wrong, but that was initial reaction without doing any further research.
Right.
Fair enough.
At least you can say it.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right. So
why doesn't anybody else see that? Did you see that, or is that just me? Am I hypersensitive to this stuff now?
I think because I'm hypersensitive.
And that's fine. And I understand that. I mean, to be fair, like it does, like to me, it starts with the LPGA Tour.
Right.
Like you really can't be like, oh, what is this? Oh my God, hold on. I've got something in my back pocket. It's what? It's an extra $40 million? But where did this come from? We're a nonprofit. Is this salary bonuses that we have to give up? Is this money that could be going to children's hospitals? Right. No. Let's just give it to whoever's our favorite on Instagram. Like,
love it.
I want to drop the F-bomb right now. I just want to be like, fudge that.
Oh no, 100%.
Like, what do you mean? Like, where do these duffel bags? Are these duffel bags always in the fitness trailer? They're just full of money.
Yes. Sorry.
Like, wait, you mean the duffel bags that we've been lifting over our heads are just full of $10 million each? Like, I thought it was sand. Like, I didn't realize. No, yeah, we just keep 40 million in the van just in case we need it. All right, let's get back. We need to do our picks for the Zurich before I just go bonkers about this whole 40 million out of thin air thing.
Yeah.
That's money that normally goes to children's hospitals.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Like they're a nonprofit.
Well, they're for profit. They're for profit nonprofit.
I think they claim
No, they're technically a nonprofit. Yes.
I mean, I understand how nonprofits work, where it's like
it's only by donation.
Well, it's like what do you want your salary to be? Well, I'll take 15 million. What do you want your salary to be? Well, I'll take 12 million. Okay. Well, we've got like 60 million. So why don't we just make it 30 million each, and then we'll just call the rest a nonprofit. If we make more than that, it'll just go to some hospital somewhere.
It doesn't always work that way.
What?
It doesn't always work that way, but I could see in this
feels like it.
I could see in this case that that's what happened.
All right, let's make some picks for the Who Dat Championship. DPC Louisiana, outside of New Orleans, because they're basically in New Orleans, aren't they?
Yeah, it's
Avondale, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, you have first pick, so you gotta go first. Yeah.
So it's 15 miles away, so it's a 15-minute drive from the Big Easy. It opened in 2004. It's a Pete Dye course.
All of Pete Dye's courses have a tour event.
Steve Elkington was a consultant on it.
Oh, good.
I get first pick.
Yep.
I'm going with the Aussies. I'm going with Leishman. I'm going with Mark Leishman and Cameron Smith.
All right. Oh, I got to make all these. I got to change the font color because it says you're winning already.
You're welcome.
I don't like that. I don't agree. All right. Mark Leishman, Cameron Smith. I like that. I really like Cameron Smith and Mark Leishman.
He did 62 last week, didn't win. I think there's going to be a bit of fire in him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm always a fan of the repeat. I'm going to go John Rahm and Ryan Palmer. I think I probably stayed away from them we didn't make picks either last time, but I probably didn't think they were going to win because of Ryan Palmer. And over the past couple of years, he's proven me very wrong. So I'm going to get in his corner for this. I think we can definitely see a back-to-back showing, 1 year removed at least.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you. They're on my list, but I do feel like they are. I feel like nobody goes back to back.
Well, I like this because it's not really back to back. It's not. They won it last year. They're technically
defending.
They're defending, but they didn't win it last year. They won it 2 years ago.
Yeah. Which is why, the thing is, I haven't seen Ryan Palmer anywhere on anybody's radar on the last however long. So I'm perfectly okay with you doing this. In fact, I am so excited with that. I thought my next pick was going to be out the window.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going with Sheffler and Cantlay.
They're my number 2 pick. So
I think they're rocking the Casbah. I think they're the top 2 rated individual players at the course.
Do you think Cantlay has a hitch to get over because of his miscut last week?
Yeah, I think so. And I think Xander's coming out showing that 16 at Augusta is not what 12 was for Spieth.
Right.
Or Francisco Molinari. Like hitting into the water at Augusta is not the end of your career. And I think he's got a head on his shoulders. I think his dad alone is hilarious enough to be like, and I think a team event, I think this is going to be I know that they're sort of the favorites, but I also understand how they can both be dark horses because they're not seen as a part of the club. They're not the spring break boys. They're not Euro Ryder Cup. They're they're not the sophomore class. They're not Victor Hovland, Wolf, and Morikawa.
Right.
They're sort of like in this weird in between where I sort of see like Finau, Xander Schauffele, and Patrick Cantlay. And it's like, how do none of those guys have a major?
Oh, 100%.
So
I'm just worried about Patrick Cantlay, to be honest with you. If Xander Xander can carry it on the first day, then I say you got a real shot.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna go with, this is kind of a fun event. Why not have some people who like to have fun? I'm going Bubba Watson and Scotty Scheffler. Bubba's the dude, man. I think he thrives on this kind of fun environment.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going with him. It was tough because I was between him or Harold Varner III, because I know he likes these events too, and
Brendan Grace.
And Brendan Grace.
Yeah.
They really perform well. But now I'm going Bubba Watson, Scotty Scheffler.
So Brendan Grace is South African?
Yes.
So is that like team apartheid?
I think we just get away from these comparisons.
Okay. I don't mean to, but like that's just where my brain goes. I think you're right. I think I'm hypersensitive. I'm gonna lay off it for a few weeks.
Yeah.
I think I am. But I don't think there's any way Harold Varner III was like, I want to be on a team with Brandon Grace.
Well,
I
why
just don't
not?
think they know each other.
I bet they do. They play on the PGA Tour.
That might also be true, yeah. I mean,
they do play on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, but so do 200 other guys.
I bet they all know each other.
I bet they know each other based on
200 people is not a lot of people.
It is. How many people did you graduate high school with?
1,400.
Yeah, I graduated with 400. I didn't know half of them. And I didn't want to know the other half. They didn't want to know me, that's for damn sure.
Maybe this is a personal thing.
Okay. I'm getting off topic. So that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm really between like three people now, because I thought you were going to pick the next group, and I thought it was going to basically make this easier for me.
Right.
But I'm going with Steele and Keegan. I'm going with my good old fashioned Keegan Bradley, Cleveland CG7s guy who I
I'm
followed
really
when
glad
I
you
get
did
my
that.
first. We were talking about this last week. Like when you get a set of clubs, like my first set of clubs was Cleveland. So like I root for like the Cleveland Strixon guys, and Keegan Bradley was like one of the first guys I rooted for. I wanted a pair of Air Jordan golf shoes so bad.
Yeah. I love Keegan Bradley. I really do. I like him a lot.
And he's been close. Like he's been top 20 a lot this year.
Yeah.
So I think this is a thing. It's a full exemption tournament that doesn't mean a lot to a lot of the top guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's going to put him over the edge. I think this is going to be like a sneaky Keegan stays on tour for another 2 years.
And to be honest, he probably needs it. So
yeah, no, I don't think he does. I think he's doing really well this year.
Oh yeah, this year, but I think he needs to stack them.
Yeah,
as much as possible.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well that works out for me because I was really afraid you were going to pick two guys who should be used to team events. Colin Morikawa and Matthew Wolff. I think the dynamic there is going to be super sweet, and you seem really excited about that.
I am. Can I just tell you why?
Yeah, go for it.
My long shot is that they missed the cut.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So I just want to get that in there. My long shot is that they missed. No, sorry, not my prop. My prop is that they missed the cut.
Okay, I'm going to put that. Let me put that in there. Yeah, no,
I think if they're good enough, it's a top 20 team. But a DQ at the Masters, I think Colin Morikawa is going to have to carry Matthew Wolff, which I don't think is impossible. I don't think it is, but at the same time, I'm sort of like,
so here's what I thought. So I like Matthew Wolff with the irons. I don't like Matthew Wolff too much off the tee, and I really like Colin Morikawa off the tee. So, and I think when Matthew Wolff finds himself in trouble off the tee, Colin Morikawa's got a real good shot at keeping it playable.
Yeah.
Colin can put Wolff in the position to hit the good iron shots. I think they're really good mix.
My big worry is just like a DQ at the Masters. Is that that as influential to a player as going deep and hitting it on the water on 12? Like, is this like scar tissue for Matthew Wolff? Is it gonna take him a bit to recover?
No, I think the golf community has probably reached out to him and said, "Hey, look,
That was dumb.
yeah,
They got Abraham Answer on this much sand, and they got you on a number that they could easily fix.
like that doesn't fall on Matthew Wolff." And we talked
I
about
still
that
don't
last
get
week.
that. Like, what's the point of shot link data if you're not helping the players count their own scores?
Yeah,
Like,
or let him pull out his phone and look.
You know that they've driven the ball 342.3 yards. You know that they're 162.4 yards to the green, to the hole. You know the next shot is 3.7 inches to the hole, and they put that in, and you know that is a plus 0.08 stroke index gained against the field. But you can't say, "Hey, Matt, that was a 3." Like, Hey, Matt, don't write down 4. Don't do it. Write down 3. Don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, and I positioned last week that his playing partner has feel every bit of guilt in that as possible. All right, so that'll be fun. All right, well, I'll give you my prop bet. I've got the winning team winning by 4 or more strokes. It's going to be a blowout.
Is it points or is it strokes?
It might be. No, it's strokes.
Okay, I'll take that. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. The winning team wins by 4.
4 or more, yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't want to run into the issue where they win by 5 and you're like,
So this is like I expected like a few of my other groups to get picked. And Danny Willette is paired with Terrell Hatton.
They don't have a chance.
What should my long shot was going to be Justin Suh and Doug Gim, basically like top 20.
You want that?
Doug Gim out of Oregon, hasn't really shown up, but I feel like these are like they're sort of in like the junior class that nobody paid attention to because the sophomore class is so good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not surprised that he's here. He's got an NCAA championship. I think he did it the honest way. I think he went through the web.com or the Corn Ferry Tour. He's here now. He's doing pretty well. I'd like to see him do well enough to sort of stay on tour next year and keep it going. And then I think Willett and Hatton make the cut.
It's either one or equal, I think, to be honest with you.
No. So what I want to do long shot as Justin Suh and Doug Gim top 20. And then you want to take Willett and Hatton miss the cut, and I'll take them making the cut
for bonus.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
How much fun is it betting against a Masters winner?
It's amazing. Make cut.
Would you rather be Danny Willett or Paige Spiranak?
Danny Willett. All right, let me give you my long shot. My long shot is Doc Redman, and we got the red. I'm sorry, I read it. We got the Redman Rider Group. I got him going T15 as the long shot. So above average.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. I dig it. All right. And I've got Willett and Hatton miss the cut. You've got them making the cut for the bonus.
Yeah. Hopefully this is a no-cut event.
No, it's a cut event. 33 in ties, Ben. 33 in ties. I already said it.
All right.
All righty. I love it. That's it. So I've got Ryan Palmer, Bubba Watson, and Scotty Sheffler.
Is there a tornado behind
and
you?
John Rahm. I hope not.
There's a tornado behind you.
I don't know.
I think it's just a weird shadow.
Yeah, we still got to figure this out.
It looks good. Yeah.
We're doing all right. Something's going on.
Anyways, so much fun editing all this green screen tomorrow.
I'm not reading all these out. This is 4 times the amount of names we typically read. Anyways, You've heard our picks.
Yep. Take them,
root
leave
for me.
them. We usually win. Sometimes we don't, but that's fine.
Ooh, we do have a problem going on here, huh?
Yeah, I think it's just having a hard time rendering. Yeah. Anything fun for you in golf this week before we head out?
Nope. Nothing fun.
I'm joining a new golf club, so that'll be fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah. I'm not thrilled with my current golf club and the stuff that's
Sometimes you got to move on.
I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna take the high road. I'm gonna move on.
Move on.
Yeah, you guys want to reach out to us? We are Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Check us out on YouTube.
Yes, and right now, speaking of the Instagram, we have a contest or a giveaway going on. You get a free box of golf balls once we hit 3,000 followers. So just get on there, like the post, make sure you're following us, and tag a buddy who constantly loses their golf balls in the woods. Don't tag me though. I already know it.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, you're gonna get a box. You're gonna get 12 golf balls of our custom-made golf balls that we took on tour with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's very exciting. So go out there, check out our social media. Yeah, and it's gonna be a good time.
That'll be awesome. That'll be so much awesome. So we will catch you guys on the next episode.
Swing them out.
Swinged them out.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just two guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.
Real quiet there for a second.
The button was a bit more sensitive than I thought, so I pressed it and then I unpressed it. And then, come on, PGA, LPGA event. How have they not thought of that before?
It's because they're dummies. They don't care.
They don't care. All right, I'll catch you later, Gunner.
All right, I'll see you.
Oh, good show, man.